Going on YouTube? The Dividend King here with another video. And before I begin, I am not a financial advisor or giving financial advice. Tell time about just a general topic, investing, and my portfolio real quick. And I guess I'll talk about mindset change. $34,000 I have in this account. I'm trying to go for $100,000. $100,000 in investments. That's my goal, and I will get there one day. You see here, I changed some stuff around. I sold some stuff. I sold AIYY. I sold AMDY because AMDY was $42, $40 a share. I had 30 shares, and I had not bought AMDY in over 5 months. And my rule is, if I had not bought you in about to say 5 to 6 months, and I don't plan on buying you, you might as well sell it and go and put that money to funds that I want to buy, right? So right now, I wanted to get 100 shares of Mara, 100 shares of SMCY, 100 shares of Misty. I want to get 100 shares of each. Because what I'm learning, it's hard to get to 1,000 shares of any ETF. It's hard. So to make it easy for myself and have more diversity, I will just do $100 to an ETF and move on. For example, Snowy. I bought Snowy because it's cheap, right? It came out at $20, right? It went as high as $20. Now it's $7. This is the time when you will buy this fund. So this fund right now at $7, right? So with Snowy, I'm going to get to 100 shares, and that'll be it. That will help support the Friday payers, right? And with $7, it's much easier to get 100 shares and be done with it. Another one I'm working on is Blocks. Blocks is a fan favorite. It's my favorite too. I'm trying to block to 100 shares. I already got 8. I'm trying to get to 100 shares. I get dividend today, which I'll probably get tomorrow, reinvest it. But Blocks, I'm trying to block to 100 shares and move on. You saw another one that, hey, it came out. It's been doing pretty well. Year to date, it's been doing well since January of this year. And it's up 38%. So if you was in this fund in the beginning of January, you're up. So for you saw it pays every week. It pays on Fridays. It's to support the other Friday payers. 100 shares, and we're done. And ULTI, my goal for ULTI is to get about 700 shares. Really, I wanted to pay me $500 a month because ULTY is paying me $500 a month right now. It pays around $130, $125 a week. I want this fund to do the same thing. It wants to hit 700, 750. It pays me $125, $130 a week. That's when I'll stop buying it. But this ULTI is the only one that will go past 100 shares because I wanted to get to pay me a certain number. That's why all the other funds, you sold 100 shares, knowing 100 shares, that's to back up the Friday payer, right? So I'm working on these 4 right now. I'll work on Snowy first because it's the cheapest. Once hits, and I might do 50 shares. I might do 50 shares and move on and get to another fund that's cheap. We'll just see. But let's go to a mindset change. Now you see all these funds here: 350 in YMAX, COYY 100 shares. I have 650 in TSYY. My mindset, and I'm gonna think about this the other day. A lot of people say these funds are NAV erosion. They're capital erosion. They're bad funds. I look at these funds here as another string of income, right? Because think about it. If you have a full-time job, what other thing you could do to make another income stream besides a second job? If you want another income stream, you have to get a second job or drive for Lyft or Uber to have another stream of income. The problem is with that is you're working actively. Say you do Uber, you put wear and tear in your car, which is not a bad thing, but there's wear and tear in your car. You're paying for gas and expenses, and you get tax write-offs, but you put wear and tear on that car. And you're driving at night when it's late. It's active, right? You could go into real estate, but that's a lot of money up front. 3% down on $400,000 house these days, or $300,000 on the house. Do with tenants, that sort of thing. For me, I look at these ETFs as another income stream that I don't have to lift a finger to get. I could do nothing and get paid. Unlike with Uber or a second job, I had to actively go to the job. This year on the East Coast of 2026, we had a huge winter storm. Roads was icy, driveways were icy. You couldn't get out. The mailman did come to my house for 3 weeks. I couldn't get out my driveway. But some was out of school for a week and a half. It was horrendous. So if I drove for Uber or Lyft or a second job, I probably couldn't make it to work. If I couldn't make it to work, I could get any money. But guess what? I got paid through dividends during the whole snowstorm. During the snowstorm, after the snowstorm, I couldn't get the house, I was still making money. I was still getting paid from these ETFs that's active. It doesn't matter where I'm at in the world. I could lose my job today. I still get paid. That's the beauty of these funds. You still get paid. That's why I'm a big fan of it. I'm a huge fan of it. Because so after my job, or my wife's job, I have money coming to cover bills. I don't have to go out there and work another job if I don't want to. I go out there and work from 9 to 5, then work at 6 to 9 or 6 to 10. I work overnight. I don't got to do that. I don't have to do that. I have income coming in passively. So I look at these funds as another stream of income despite the NAV erosion, the capital erosion, you're down. You bought at 20, now it's 7. Despite that, or the high yield, it's not free lunch, it's not free. You pay tax on the money. Well, if you got a second job, you pay tax there too. If you have Uber or Lyft, you pay taxes too. I don't understand the tax question. You pay taxes on any money you make. Okay? You pay taxes at a second job. So instead of working a second job, I don't have to. I made $1,700. I made $1,700 in the month of April of 2026. That easily paid all the household bills plus groceries. My household bill is probably like $800. Light bill, water bill, cell phone, internet, about $800. It pays it. I have money to pay all the household bills plus groceries. In case of an emergency, another stream income. And guess what? I can still drive for Lyft, Uber, which I do. I can still go out there and get a second job and make more money. So I have a full-time job, I got a part-time job, and I got dividends. I have 3 streams of income coming in versus most people just have one. And all the bills come out that one paycheck. That's my mindset change. So I try to buy ETFs that I can afford. I try to get to a certain number and move on. But that's me. I look at these funds as another income stream. Because when the snow hit here in the East Coast and my driveway is a thick sheet of ice and I'm on the back roads, kind of, those roads was a big sheet of ice. I'm talking about for weeks. We couldn't get out. Guess what? I was still making money. I had to go to a second job or call in or call my boss. I can't make it today. Risk my life, risk my car, slipping and sliding on ice. Cause I drove my car a week and a half later on my road. It was still icy as hell. I was slipping and sliding bad. So I can stay right at home because I work remote. I can right at home, work my full time, and get dividends. That's the mindset change. That you have your money making money. And I don't need the income, you could reinvest it. That's your money making money. You have, in this world, I'm going to say, let me get off. In this world, you have to get passive income. Warren Buffett said it. If you don't get passive income, you work till you die. You will work until you die because you have to keep working, right? So, my advice to anyone out there, I'm teaching my sons this. You must have passive income. I chose this route because it's the cheapest route, it's the easiest route, and if I get dividend for $100, I can reinvest that back to the fund. I could do recurring investments. I could throw in $10, $20 and build up. So we must get passive income. I don't care how you get it. You must get passive income, right? You must have it. Active income is fine. I'm not against it, but you can't work forever. One day you want to retire. You want to hang it up, retire, whatever. Are you making any money? Is money? Do you have money coming in outside of a job? I see a lot of guys in the warehouse who lost their job, who got fired because they didn't come in on time or they were late too many times. They got fired. They made good money. They got fired and they had a wife and kids at home and no money coming in. Right? This is why I invest in these funds. So my name is Ty, the Different Style King. Thanks for watching.